Hello everybody, this is my video in astrophysics number 24. As you can see, my native language is French, therefore I will try to speak the best English I can. And something else, I am not a translator, but I produce the best translation of my French text than I can with a translator then. And something else, I have to follow a text so that I don't forget important details and I make the best video I can then. And for those who find my video without going through my website, let me introduce myself. My name as a self-taught and multidisciplinary scientist is Gilles Lauzon-Urtubise, and I am the owner of the first human multi-intelligence.com site, and it is on your left side. So, as you know, the title of my video is the concept of gravitational singularity applicable to the Big Bang. This concept of accommodating magical thought thinking of gravitational singularity is ridiculously false for several reasons, depending on the following. First, in complex mathematics there are several singularities which are perfectly useful for mathematics, but none of them are applicable to any situation in the functioning of the universe on a macroscopic scale. So that the gravitational singularity does not exist, and I do not need it at all to explain from A to Z or almost how the universe works on a macroscopic scale. Number two, you have to be totally ignorant, stupid, or delusional about how the universe works on a macroscopic scale to believe that the concept of gravitational singularity can be applicable to a situation of the functioning of the universe on a macroscopic scale. Number three, scientists who make the mistake of confusing a situation in the functioning of the universe with a concept of gravitational singularity, they make this mistake because their brains have a strong dominant. Yes, they make this mistake because their brains have a strong, dominant, and magical patterns that is so powerful that it literally takes over their physical knowledge and derails them completely and outside of the relentless physical logic. And for many other reasons which I will reveal later in other video and on my website, and from the moment I have research center and collaborators from several fields of science. As far as I am concerned, there is no way that my extremely high physical logical mind could be bothered or fooled by any branches of complex mathematics like gravitational singularity. First, because it doesn't exist, and many other reasons, then it doesn't make any sense at all. And among my 50 and 100 theories or more of my imposing mother theory of how the universe works on a macroscopic scale, there is none that has any connection to mathematics. And among the same theory of my imposing mother theory, there are none of these that can be characterized as one or more accommodating magical thoughts form. because my extremely high physical logical mind, it originates from an insatiable curiosity about nature that started from an age that is 6 or 5 years old or before, and until now then. So from a very early age, I found myself assimilating a large amount of experience and relations of physical cause to physical effect to understand how nature works. And until I can figure them out much as I can and completely in some simple case then. And I'm starting from early age by observing the nature, well, at 5 or 6 years old, I'm starting by observing the nature of soils, rivers, insects, small animals, and all the things in nature that takes too long to list. So for several decades, I have managed to accumulate a considerable amount of experience and relationship of physical cause to physical effect in my biological hard drive, because this is extremely useful afterwards to be able to differentiate the possible things from impossible things then. And among other things, never to be trapped by all kinds of mathematical magical thoughts or any other form of magical thinking, which have nothing in common with physical reality. And thanks to my extremely high capacity in deep investigation, in deep reflection, in very deep analysis, and in limitless inventiveness, and many others form a very important intelligence that I used to practice the daily then. So all of these things, this allowed me to be the first and only one in history to be able to decode how the universe works, and in an extreme short time of only 5 years and 8 months. Whereas every other astrophysicist or planetologist before me has been unable to do so for the past 200 years or more. Currently, my 50 and 100 theories or more of my imposing mother theory of how the universe works on a macroscopic scale give me a level of satisfaction that is somewhere between 26% and 28.5%. And I will never be happy with this file until I achieve it at 100% of satisfaction then. And on side, that is the reason I like to tackle at least 3 or 4 extremely complex files or more at a time, who are currently, first, my imposing mother theory of how the universe works. Second, my pattern files of between 300 and 350 pages for my extraordinary spaceship. So, and working to find the funding to finalize the best possible pattern until it can be 100% protected then. 3. An extremely important personal file that must be completed after COVID-19 because it sufficiently harms my productivity of all kind as well as physical. Because when you feel tired, you cannot produce intellectually. It's impossible to be productive intellectually. You have to be at least in a good condition, not in top condition, but at least a good condition, because otherwise it's impossible to produce new ideas and all the stuff like these. So because of this, I don't want to disclose for personal reason. I don't want to disclose no more for personal reason, and because I am the only one in history who can solve it then. So, because I know what I need to, well, I still need some little surgery, so I need to yes, to let's say who I am. So after the people, they know who I am, the medicine man should follow me with my instruction then. Until then I can cure completely. So number 4, a dossier to produce a social website or a social network which is the most protective in history for all members of society, and a lots other things which is too long to list then. Number 4, many other files in parallel like in cancer, but by the time I've got my research center and enough collaborators to work on cancer of men or women then. Number 6, many other files in parallel which are of less importance but that I absolutely want to solve from the moment I have collaborators of several skills and under my direction, and file that takes too long to list because I am an extremely powerful intellectual machine and far superior to all human brains, home computer, and powerful computers together of the planet. And as undisputable proof of this, the first one of them is my mother theory. So, and many others after this one. Then, but this mother theory, which will be published following my patent filing then, not before. In conclusion, if all the government of the world invest between 1,000 billion and 5,000 billion dollars or more in every other brain on the planet and any other computers, and they will all or collectively be unable to produce work like the ones I have produced so far in about the last 7 years and 2 months. Because outside of me, it's only through by the development of an artificial intelligence program of an extremely high level, plus some powerful computers, which they can produce on one side lots new ideas, and in the side of those form lots of group of 5 or 10 scientists, so they can pass and review all the ideas which will produce, and to classify them in 4 categories. So about their percentage of realism then. So from 0 to 25 for the one was not so good and not so realist. After this, from 25 to 50, after 50 to 75, and the last 4, 75 to 100 for the best ideas which will be produced and which will be the first to be experimented. In addition to my self-study in astrophysics of only 5 years and 8 months, during all of that time, there is no mystery that I have failed to decode or solve. And if there are any mystery to be discovered, then that I have yet to meet. I sincerely doubt that any mystery of the universe can withstand my very high intellectual powers in investigation, reflection, deep analysis, and inventiveness of all kind, and many other very important intelligence that I practice daily, or all the time then. because so far I have always managed to decode or solve all mystery that I have encountered, or at least in a few cases provide at least one satisfactory explanation or more than one. And all of my theories that goes into my mother theory of how the universe works on a macroscopic scale, there are none of them that can be called a theory of one or more accommodating magical thought, or mathematical, or accommodating mathematical magical thought, or any other accommodating magical thinking, because all of my theories are based on one or more relationship of physical cause to physical effect and nothing else then. In conclusion, my intellectual and humanitarian ambition and my responsibility as a multidisciplinary and self-taught scientist and humanist is to advance the knowledge of the humanity. Plus, it's to form a website which is used to protect all the members of the society, but it was used to protect the environment in the way they said to all users what is the best behavior to protect the environment, because our planet is the only house as we have. And it's also made formed to protect as much as possible all animals in the nature, because by protecting them we are also protecting us then. And the term impossible is a term that I will never respect as long as I am sufficiently in good physical, intellectual and mental condition. So thank you for viewing my video, and welcome to see my next video, which will reveal my own opinion on another very important or complex subjects of the universe. So thank you, goodbye.